The Ottawa Senators are extremely pleased to select from the Boston U Terriers, Brady Tkachuk.
Derek Brassard, cross, go in, score! 2-on-1, goes around.
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before I get started, please follow us on Twitter at SENSTalk_ for linked updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. After every single Sens game, we tweet out a poll for you, the fans, to vote in for the SENS Talk Star of the Night, and we'll announce it after every single video, so stay tuned for that. Before we get this game recap started, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this video. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They rate the tickets between a 0 to 10 score, with red being bad and green being good. One of my favorite things about this app or website is the algorithm they use. Firstly, you can see the view of where you're sitting, so that's a nice bonus. But the best part is, like I said prior with the green and red rating, is if you see a seat in the 100 section, let's say at any event center like Madison Square Garden, you get Ranger playoff tickets, like New York Ranger playoff tickets. I'm sure that would be like $600-700 in the 100 section there. For $300-400. It'll be really, really green because it's like a $200 discount. That's the best part, because you're on a rush and you want to buy tickets right away. The map easily is laid out. The event venue map is laid out well. And then, of course, you see a green dot in the 100 section. You're going to check it out. It gets your eye right there. And it's just boom, boom, boom. You're done. You got your tickets and you save some money. Want to save more money? Use my code SENSTALK to save $20 off your first purchase. You save more money. I get help to continue making these videos, so please support the channel. Please use this great deal, SeatGeek.com, or download the app on the App Store, and save $20 off your first purchase. Now let's get into tonight's game between the Ottawa Senators and the Florida Panthers. I'm hoping for a Sens victory, because at least I would get a win before my birthday, which is on November 13th. Let's get into the game recap. Before we get into tonight's recap, we have some very important things to talk about. Today was the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War. It's November 11th, 2018. That signifies Remembrance Day in Canada, and it's a very important day for Canadians to remember those men and women who fought to keep our freedoms, fought to keep our country as safe as it is today, and it's a day that we will remember them like every other day, but it's a special day to remember these men and women. They paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. We will never forget the sacrifices and the hell they went into. There's a lot of stories, especially in World War I, that made Canada have such the amount of character it has today, especially with Vimy Ridge. And I'm proud to be a Canadian. And God bless the men and women who fought for our freedom. You will never, ever be forgotten. Now, tonight's game was against the Florida Panthers, and going into this game, Senators were off a huge victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning. But there are just a few lineup notes going into this game. So Chris Wyman was out for this game, lower body injury. We don't exactly know what happened, but he's out for lower body injury. So Nick Paul draws back into the lineup. We're going to get to some injury updates soon, because during this game there was an injury. But this is Mike Hoffman's first game against the Senators since his girlfriend allegedly abused, cyberbullied Erik Karlsson's wife, who's gone now, by the way. So that was an interesting tidbit. He got a point in this game to extend his point streak to 12 games, because he's still a phenomenal hockey player. Unfortunately, he's just not a classy family there if the allegations are true. We head now to the goaltending matchup. Firstly, it is James Reimer for the Florida Panthers and Mike McKenna for the Senators as well. I forgot to mention Jean-Gabriel Pageau skated for the first time today, and with that ACL injury, I believe it's ACL, he's already skating in November. He may be back much faster than people expected him to be back. Maybe second half of the season he may be back. Because skating, this is way too early for him to skate, and the fact he's skating is an extremely good sign. So speaking of Pageau, happy birthday to Jean-Gabriel Pageau. Gabriel Gagne, who's in the AHL Belleville, and former Senator and current developmental coach Chris Kelly. Happy birthday to all three of you. To the first period to go. 2 minutes left in the period, and Ryan Dzingel scores. What a snipe past James Reimer. It's 1-0 Senators, his fourth goal in his last 4 games. 1-0 Senators are looking good. McKenna's making some good saves. We head to the second period now, 3 minutes in, and it's over. It's a 1-1 tie now. Barkov, assisted by Hoffman and Dadonov, and that's where train falls off the roof. 4 straight goals in a row. Huberdeau, Barkov, and Troy Brouwer, and Frankie Vatrano. And a common, except the Vetrano goal that McKenna should have had, a common theme of the first 4 goals was either odd man rushes or no net coverage in front of the net. So it's a back-to-back. They played 2 games in the last 24 hours, and Mike McKenna is not exactly an NHL goalie, but I can't fault him for this loss. You know, he should have stopped the 5th goal. But really, the first 4 goals, there's no coverage for him whatsoever to give him any help, and he was left all alone. So, you know, I think McKenna made some big saves. He kept the team in it as long as he could, because in that second period, they outshot them by 22-7, so about 14 more shots on net. And, McKenna stood tall. He's not an NHL goaltender, in my opinion. He's not a full-time backup, but you know what? McKenna gave them a chance to win until he just couldn't hold the fort down any longer. If the Senators want to actually get a backup goalie, I don't know if they will, though, because it's a rebuild, and what's the point of trading an asset, a draft pick or an asset away for a backup goaltender? But an easy, cheap rental would be somebody like in Carolina, Curtis McElhinney, come back to Ottawa. He's a veteran, guy that can help out the youngsters with the experience that he has. And it probably wouldn't cost a lot because Carolina, they have Darling and Mrazek already. So I would like McElhinney to come here, like a 7th-round pick. You know, it's probably not going to be anything, that pick, and it's not a big asset. Or you could just trade like Tom Pyatt or something very small, so you can give Anderson a break. So especially for this year, because even though it's a rebuild, you still want to win games because you don't have your first-round pick. So I think McElhinney would be a great option for the Senators. We'll see what happens. But firstly, Colin White left this game this early in the second period with a lower body injury. There's no update on it. I'll check right now. Yeah, no update. And hopefully he'll be okay. And the next game is on Thursday. So we'll have to see how that goes. And let's see how that goes. And let's get to the SENS Stock Start of the Night, voted by youth fans. Here are the results for the SENS Stock Start of the Night, voted by youth fans. So in last place, Mikhail Bodker. You know, I saw him make a couple nice plays on the power play. He's had a decent run of games as of late, and I can't complain. I thought he had a decent game. You know, there was not a lot to talk about in this game, but I thought he was definitely noteworthy. Third place, 5% of the vote, Max McCormick. I think I heard his name a few times, a couple of shots on net. I think McCormick is showing to be a solid 4th liner for the team, and hopefully he can continue. And out of this game, no one was really good, but McCormick definitely stood out from the pack of bad. Second place, 35% of the vote, goaltender Mike McKenna, 35 saves on 40 shots. So he had a very solid game against a very tough lineup to face. First star, Ryan Dzingel, 60% of the vote. Had a goal, extending a 4-game goal streak, so congratulations to him. Next game now is Thursday, November 15th, against the Detroit Red Wings, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see if the Senators can get the win. Besides that, I'll see you next time. Thank you all for watching. The Senators are now 7-8-3 on the season. Let's see if they can make it 8-3 against the Detroit Red Wings. I'll see you then. Besides that, thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. So please follow us on Twitter @SensTalk_. For live updates of the games and of course breaking news. Please like us on Facebook SensTalk, add us to your circles of Google Plus SensTalk. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video wherever you share cool stuff. Please check our website, SensTalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. Please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app on the App Store and use the code SensTalk to save $20. I repeat, $20 off your first purchase. Besides that, the final score, 5-1 for the Florida Panthers. I'll see you next time when the Senators take on the Detroit Red Wings Thursday night. I'll see you then. Go Sens, go.